guys, so today I'm going to be doing my April TBR. I'm going to be combining my TBR with my Owls Readathon TBR because it's quite short this month. So to start with, read-alongs that I'm doing or book clubs that I'm taking part in for my actual TBR. First one is Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor, part of the Daughter Smoke and Bone read-along series I've been doing. The Throne of Glass read-along starts this month as well, so I'm going to be reading the first book in the series by Maas, which I'm really looking forward to getting back into that world. I have not completed that series yet. A read-along series that I kind of joined with last month was the Song of Ice and Fire Game of Thrones read-along. So I started on book 2 because I've already read some of it, and then I had a look at how far I was along with it and realised I actually have read book 2 as well. I'm on book 3, so I'm going to sub this month with the little novella A Night of the Seven Kingdoms by George R. Martin. I'm still going to be doing the read-along, still going to be in that world, just reading a different book. Okay, so book club wise, I'm going to be reading Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson for the Books with Friends book club, which I absolutely I read last month, did not like it. I'm really hoping this one is a good one because I've heard such great things about this book and I really want to love it. Next is Banana Buddies Book Club, which again I read last month's. Last month's was amazing, which was Enchanté, and this month's I haven't heard about before, but I'm quite looking forward to reading because now that I have read the description, it does sound quite good, and I don't know, I'm a bit 50-50 as to whether or not I'll like it, so I'll let you know. That is Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Ngan. Apologies again for surname pronunciations, I'm just really bad with names. Next on the list is a book that I have been dying to read since it's come out, and it was on my TBR anyway. It's on my TBR for book club and for the Owls Readathon, but with the In Love book club, the book for the month is Fate, Fate and the First Kiss by Kasie West, which I am dying to read because I love all of her books. I'm absolutely obsessed with it, and I just really hope that I'm going to love this one as much. Okay, so next up is a little book on its own, which is out this month, which if I get around to reading it, great. If not, I will be doing another time. Because of the rereadathon that I took part in last month, I'd finished the second book. This is now the third and final book in the series, which is Scar by Broadway. I wasn't too keen on the second book, but I absolutely loved the first one, and I just want to kind of complete the world and see what happens with the characters and how it kind of develops more. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to seeing what happens with that, but only if I get time to read it because I do have quite a few on my Owls TBR. So with the Owls Readathon, it's the whole month of April, so it's the 1st of April to the 30th. There are 12 challenges in total, I believe, and one for each subject in Hogwarts, and it's the first year I've taken part in it, so I'm really looking forward to this because I am obsessed with Harry Potter, and combining that with my love of reading, like who can get any better than that? But the thing that I absolutely loved as well about this one is that there has been like an extra like add-in if you want to do it, which is the Wizarding careers. So you have a list of all the careers and jobs you can have, and then it says the owls you need, and then in the summer there's going to be another readathon for the newts which you need, and you just work and build up to get them jobs. So my job that I have chosen is to be a healer, which means I need owls in herbology, charms, defense against the dark arts, potions, transfigurations, and 3 others of my choice. Let me know if you want me to do a video going through this properly and going through all the other jobs, but I'm sure I will link below the original post and it's all on there if you want to have a look at that and check that out. Okay, so onto my TBR. These aren't in an order, these are just in the order of the list of the classes and the subjects that we're given. So I am going to be reading them in different orders, and some of them I might not get around to, but I'm hoping to try and do all 12. First up is Ancient Ruins, which is a retelling. For this I've chose A Curse So Dark and Lonely, which I haven't read yet, by Brigid. Kemmerer. I'm really looking forward to this. Beauty and Beast retelling, and with these I'm usually really hit and miss, but this sounds really good and I've heard raving reviews. So the next subject is Arithmancy, which is a work written by more than one author. For this, I'm just going to continue reading the House of Night series. Depending on how far along I am with Betrayed, by this point it will either be Betrayed or Chosen by PC Cast and Kristin Cast, which is either the second or third book in the House of Night series, which I started for the rereadathon last month. Third up is Astronomy, which has to have star in the title. I kind of struggled with this one, so I just ended up putting a reread on here for me, which is Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. I don't know if I'm going to get around to this one. This is kind of going to be one of them that I leave to the last, because obviously I have read this book and it is an amazing book, but I am trying to read all of her books as well, so even if I do read this now, I am going to be reading it later on in the year again, so I'm not too bothered whether or not I do get around to this one. Number 4 is Care of Magical Creatures, which has to have a land animal on the cover. So for this one, I have chosen Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I have not read this series yet, but lately all I've been hearing about on BookTube is the King of Scars book and Six of Crows. I feel like if I'm going to get into them and like the whole Grisha world, I need to start at the beginning. So this is going to be me starting that world and starting that series and just trying to power through and get all of them done. Charms is an age line, which is to read an adult work. So with the film coming up soon, I really want to watch the film. I was debating whether or not to read the book, but with Challenge I thought, why not? And that is After by Anna Todd. I'm really looking forward to this, I think, but then I do know that I am going to be comparing it to the film quite a lot when I do get around to watching that, when it does come out. So I don't know if it's a good idea for me to read it or not, but we'll see. So number 6 is Defense Against the Dark Arts. So that is Reducto. So it has to be a title that starts with the letter R. So this one was an easy pick for me, because coming out this month on the 9th of April, which was going to be on my TBR anyway, is Red Scrolls of Magic by Cassandra Clare, and I am absolutely buzzing for this book. It's going to be amazing. It's Magnus and Alec, and oh, they're just adorable. Next up is Divination, which is a book set in the future. This is another reread, but the sequel is later on my TBR as well, so that's why I've put this one on here. I do like to read books back to back if I can, and that is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I loved this book when it came out. I had the audiobook and I spent, I think it's an 18-hour audiobook, something like that, and I spent the whole day just listening to it non-stop while I got home from work from like college, and it was amazing. And I just, oh, I can't wait to get back. Oh, Laszlo, my heart. So number 8 is Herbology, which has to have a plant on the cover. This is another new book which I'm excited to read. It's out on the 2nd of April, and that is Descendant of the Crane by Joan He, I believe. I'm not sure again about pronunciation. I'm so looking forward to this book. It sounds amazing, and yes. Number 9 is History of Magic, which is a book that was published at least 10 years ago. This is a book my friend recommended to me last month or the month before, which I picked up and I read the first chapter and it was great, but then I started reading other books and I haven't got around to getting back to it. But I thought this is my chance to read it, which is Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. It sounds amazing. She's told me it's amazing, and I really do want to read this, so yes. Number 10 is Muggle Studies, which is a contemporary read. As I mentioned earlier on my April TBR bit, this is a book I've been wanting to read for a while, especially since I knew it was coming out, which is Fame, Fate and the First Kiss by Cassie West. Yeah, not much else I can really say about this that I haven't said earlier. Just cannot wait to read this. So Potions is up next, which is The Next Ingredient, which is a sequel book. So for this, I have chose Muse of Nightmare by Laini Taylor. Like I said, I do want to try and read them back to back, and that is what I'm going to do if I can. I can't believe it's taken me this long to get around to doing this book, but yes, I'm definitely going to do it. And finally, number 12 is Transfigurations, which is a book with sprayed edges or red on the cover. This is a book which, again, it's another series I'm trying to reread so I can read the last book that's new one that's just come out, which is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. So obsessed with this book, and I think the most unbelievable thing is that I was never going to read this, but I was on Audible one day and they were selling it for free. So I just kind of like brought it and I was like, oh, I'll get around to it at some point. I'm not that bothered. And I listened to it and I was just hooked. And then Lord of Shadows came out and I was like, oh my god, oh my god. And yes, I haven't read Queen of Air and Darkness yet, but I'm going to after I get through this. Going to read them all back to back and then read the last one. So okay, so that is it for my April TBR and my Owls TBR as well. Let me know if you're taking part of whatever you're reading, because some of these I really struggled to pick out. It would be nice to see what other people are getting up to as well. So thank you for watching. Bye guys.